Welcome to ReThink Fabulous. I'm Natalie Shelton, and we are going to be doing a Valentine series the next few videos. So these are old videos that I posted over the last couple of years. They're kind of funny to look back on, but I hope you enjoy the DIYs. Also, if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow, and I hope that you enjoy this and the future Valentine DIYs. Hello, welcome to ReThink Fabulous tonight. I'm excited to be back and crafting with you guys after taking a little time off with my family. It's so nice to be crafting again. So let's wait for a few seconds for some people to hop on. Hey, Steve, Tammy, Castle, so it's probably Tammy and Kim Crocker, and then there's two other people it says, but oh, my daughter. Hey, Emma. Hi, Nancy, and Graham and Cheryl and Sheila Hall and Brenda. Nice to see you guys. Hey, Etta, my friend. Barb. All right, guys, and Helen and Amanda and Cindy. Nice to see you guys. Okay, I am excited to be crafting tonight. And let me just tell you, today we were able to take our kids to let me turn my light on here. Oh, sorry, let me get my lights on here a little bit. We were able to take our kids to the new little ski hill and the tubing hill that our community has, and it has a tow rope that pulls you up to the top. It's like a little miniature ski area. Anyway, the kids were able to take their snowboards out today and try them out. It was really fun. So that's what we did today. After we went there, I had to go into the Dollar Tree, and the girls that were working there, they were excited. They said they were just talking about me because they had gotten a whole new wood section in at our Dollar Tree that we didn't have before. So I'm excited about that. And I just wanted to show you just a couple of little things that I got. I'll post a picture of some of the new things that we got, which I've seen in a lot of other Dollar Trees. It's just the first time that we've got it at our Dollar Tree. But this was something that was new. It's a little wood cut out, and it's dimensional, and it has the little light, kind of like the little lanterns. I don't know if you can see that, but it lights up. So this is going to be cute to be working with. And I got this wood cross, and it has kind of the same little lines here as this one. So I actually thought it would be nice to put that on there. So we'll be doing something with this later on. It just gives it a nice dimension and makes the cross bigger. So I really like that. And then this was just a regular old wooden cross that I like. There was a couple other crosses, but these were the two that I picked out. So I was glad about that. And then these were new. I know they're not new at Dollar Tree, but I did get some of the little blocks, the little square blocks. So I was happy that they had those. Okay, so I decided that since it's almost Valentine's and I'm starting to kind of go into some of everyday decor and maybe some spring decor, but we still have time before. Hello, Joyce from Kansas. Nice to have you. So I thought, since I had that angel that I got in my grab bag, and I thought it would be perfect for Valentine's, we're going to remake that angel. Now, if you remember correctly, she looked kind of like this. Now, I know her face looks weird because I've been painting, but this is what her face looked like before, and she had this dress on, and she had Christmas lights up in here, and she lit up. So we're going to make her into a shabby chic angel. So if you have like a Valentine's tree, this would be perfect to put her on top of your tree. Or if you just like angels, this would be a cute year-round angel or Valentine's, whatever you want to do. So as you can see, she looks kind of strange because I wanted to see what kind of a painting technique I could do. I didn't necessarily, and some people may like her face just like this. It is cute, but I just wanted that shabby chic look. So I went ahead and painted it, and I liked how it turned out. So let's just finish doing that. I stripped all of her clothes off, and I did take the Christmas lights out. The reason I did that is because I do have some little fairy lights that I like better instead of having the big bulbs type things sticking out. So I am going to put lights on her probably, but just didn't want those on. So I just started out by stripping all of her clothes off, and I did take the wings off. So she had these beautiful wings on, they're screwed on, and I will put them back on once we get her dressed. Now, if you do not have an angel, a lot of times these come on clearance after Christmas, so it's a great thing to get. But they do have like these little doll heads, these porcelain doll heads and arms and stuff, like at Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Michael's or something like that. So you could buy something like that and make yourself a cone and glue it on. As you can see underneath, it's not a fancy job. She's just got the head kind of glued on and her arms glued on. So, okay, so let's get started. I just started, like I said, just painting right over the top of her cute little face. And you do not have to do this. If you like the face the way it is, then you can leave it that way. And you don't even have to do it a shabby chic look. You can dress her any way you want. But I like that look. So I just thought I would paint her all white and then kind of add the Waverly wax to kind of age her. And it almost makes her look kind of cracked a little bit and really old, and I like that look. So hi Marcella and Kaylee. Okay, so I just used my white matte folk art paint, so which is really kind of like a chalk paint. It's just flat matte, so it really paints pretty close to the same. So we're going to dry this here. And you want to make sure that your paint is really nice and dry before you put that second layer on. Hey, Tammy. So that when you paint over it, it doesn't take off the paint. Becky, you're excited to see the finished project. I hope that it'll turn out cute. I've never made a shabby chic angel before out of a Christmas angel, so we are going to see how it turns out. I'm just kind of winging it here, how it's gonna look, but I think it should turn out okay. Hey, Vicky. From Kentucky, nice to have you. Hey, Paula and Susan. It's always good to see new followers, so I want to welcome you if you're new. Hey, Carol. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. You probably do have, I'm sure you do have the talent. You probably just don't have a lot of time to work on them. So, hey Carla, hi Susan, welcome. Okay, so here she is kind of painted. Oh, I need to paint her hand too. So let's get her hand painted. And I can always go back and put a second layer on her hand. But I do want to get that painted. At least one coat on there. Hi Gail, nice to see you. Thank you Carla for sprinkling. Yes, if you know somebody that may enjoy watching DIYs, please sprinkle the video or sprinkle the page, whatever you would like. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Okay. All right, let me blow dry this real quick. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. Rhonda Brickford. And D. Sites from Hubbard, Texas. Hey, Ann. Yay, Kimberly, I'm so glad that you caught me live tonight. Oh, thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that. There are some amazing, well, all the crafters are amazing. I think anybody that does crafts is amazing because whether you're a professional crafter or you're just getting started, I think that we're all amazing because we all come up with we're using our creative senses and we're just creating. And so I think it's just amazing to see people's creations. And everybody has such different styles, which I'll be posting pictures of the angel wings that we did in the class. Everybody that sent their pictures in, and if there's some more coming in, I'll post them later. But then you can see how we took one project and different people did the same exact project and they all turned out different, and every single pair of wings turned out absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Sarah, for sprinkling. Okay, so we got her hands, her little porcelain hands, and her face all painted. Now I'm going to, it looks like a hot mess here, but everything here is stuff that I need for this little angel. So, all right, so now I'm just going to take one of these little stenciling brushes, just a cheap brush. I think it might be from either Walmart or Dollar Tree, I'm not sure. And I'm just going to put a little bit of wax on it, and I'm just going to dry brush right over the top of the white that I just painted. And I'm just kind of swirling it here and getting it in the nooks and crannies, all the detail of our face. Now, if you get too much wax, don't worry, because we're going to go back over it with that white paintbrush, or the paintbrush with the white paint on it, and just tone it down a little bit. So just get in all the little cracks and all the details of her hair. See how it looks kind of scary right now, but it'll look good when we're done. So I'm going to go here in the back where her braid is. Just get down in the little cracks. So when you get down in all the little grooves, then when we go over it with the white again, the grooves stay nice and dark. So it just gives it that old look. Okay. All right, so see, she looks real dark. She looks kind of scary, but it'll look great when we're done. She'll just look old. So if you are, if you want a darker skinned angel, is what you would do is kind of start out with, instead of white, you would cover, you would paint her face with like maybe a, this is a warm, let's see what color is that, warm buff, or whatever skin tone color you want your angel, you could do that. And then you'd come back in and kind of dry brush just a little bit of white over it, so you have the color of skin tone that you want, but the white will still make it look aged. So it doesn't have to be, you can make her any color that you want. Okay, so we got her hands kind of aged up a little bit, and we've got her face and hair. Now I'm going to take that same brush that I used before, and I'm just going to kind of start going over the top. So we're going to go over the top layers, and then those crevices will stay darker and give it some shadowing. Okay, so I'm just kind of cleaning her up a little bit with this white paint. And again, you can paint your angel any skin tone you want, and then just kind of lightly go over. If you have a real dark skin tone, then I would take a lighter brown instead of a white and kind of go over it. like a beige color, and that would give it the lighter aging process, but still keep the beautiful skin tone color. That's the thing that I love about stuff like this, is you can make it any skin tone that you like. All right, so we're just kind of lightening that up, but it's got those age spots to make her look more like stone. Okay, so there's her little hands. Oops, she's got a fuzzy on her. And her face is just kind of aged. Now we're going to move to the next thing here. And by the way, guys, I am so sorry. Sometimes I get so excited showing you something that I forget to angle the camera, and I did that not too long ago. And I also noticed after watching the Hobby Lobby video that it was kind of blurry. I think because there were so many things, the camera didn't have time, and I was kind of moving around to get through the store kind of quick. So you guys weren't on with me for like 4 hours, because I could have spent 4 hours in that store. And I think we were on for 2 hours, but I think that's why it was blurry, is because the camera didn't really have time to focus. So I apologize for that. Okay, so now you need to dress your angel. Now, if you're a seamstress and you make clothes, you might want to make some big fancy outfit. I don't know. I'm not. So mine, thank goodness, is a shabby chic angel. So I'm just going to kind of do it. So this is what I did. Okay. I got a piece of drop cloth. I'm going to put this down just a little bit more. I just took some drop cloth, and it was a nice little square. And as you can tell, this is not even. This side's shorter or longer than this side, but as long as it wraps around, I think it'll be good. So I'm going to straighten her arms out a little bit. And then I just cut right up. So this is kind of like a triangle. I made sure that this bottom part would wrap all the way around, and I can fix all of this with the next layer I'm putting on. But I wanted to make sure that went all the way around, and then I kind of slid up the edges for her arms. And I wanted to make sure that there was enough fabric that I could glue it together for her little sleeves, okay? So I'm actually going to turn her over, and I'm going to start gluing. And you can always cut this off. You want to make sure you have enough that covers up at the top, because you can always trim it down. So I'm just going to start at the bodice of the top. Oh, and hey, I wanted to show you guys, a lot of you have been looking for the mask applicator that I use so I don't burn myself, and you haven't been able to find them at the Dollar Tree. This is just a little rubber spatula that I got at the Dollar Tree, and it works exactly the same. You can get glue on it. It peels right off. It's awesome. So if you have one of those, or you find one at your Dollar Tree or Walmart, you can grab one of those as well. I just like that mask, the face mask one, because it's small and I can get into smaller areas, but this works really great too. So, okay. So I just want to make sure that this is just nice and tight around her waist there. So, and then we'll work from there. Okay, so as you can see, her chest or her shoulders come down a little bit, so you can make her dress go down, you know, all the way to her neck if you want, or you could fold it down and give it kind of like her little shoulders show. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. And it's gonna be covered anyway, so it's not actually. I think I'll glue that down, but then I can trim it off. All right. Okay, now I'm going to go in the back, and I'm going to run a bead of glue down on one side and stick it together. kind of make a sleeve. Hey, I've had people ask me about using on the hats and the t-shirts and stuff like that, what kind of glue, if I only use Surebonder fabric glue, and I don't. Now, I'm not saying not to use it. I don't know what I did with my scissors. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm not saying not to use the Surebonder fabric glue because I think that would work great. I just personally don't. I use a high temperature glue gun and I use regular hot glue. And I do my pillows, I glue things on t-shirts, all my hats are just the regular hot glue. And I have never had any problem with them. And for instance, and if it does come unglued, say I did something on a shirt and a piece of the heart came unglued. Well, all I do is take the glue gun and just glue it, stick it back on there. But I've not had that problem because I wash my clothing on just regular cycle, and then I try not to put the glued shirt in the dryer or the pillow cover or whatever. However, I did do some laundry the other day. Okay, guys, so now I'm just doing the same thing to this other arm. Now, all of this is going to be covered, so it's not that big of a deal. But we just want a base for our lace. A base for our lace. Okay, so anyway, I had washed a pillow cover that I had glued with hot glue the other day, and my daughter was helping me with laundry, and either she or I, it was probably me, put it in the dryer on high heat. And when I opened the dryer and saw it in there, my stomach dropped because I thought, oh my gosh, the glue probably melted and got all over everything. And I pulled it out and it did not melt. It did not get on anything and it did not come apart. It held up good. So I don't know, but it was good. Okay, so here we go. We're just covering her. Now you can make your dress any way that you want. This is just my quick way of doing it. I just don't want you to think that you have to make some big fancy, dress like this and sew it and all that. If you can get an angel on clearance or in a grab bag box like I did from Hobby Lobby, because me personally would never use it like this. This is not my style. It's great for other people, or for if you have that kind of look in your home, it's perfect. But for me, I just don't have those colors and really that style. So it was good for me to redo it so that I would use it. Or I could give it to somebody or whatever. All right, so I'm just kind of gluing this fabric down. And if I would have paid more attention, this is just some scrap fabric that I had, so I just used what I have. But this is all going to be covered anyway. But in the front, I just wanted it to have a slip, basically, okay? So here's kind of my slip. Now I'm going to be using, you guessed it, scraps. And I had this shirt or a skirt, something. No, it was a shirt. And it is beautiful. I love the lace on it. So I'm going to be using this for her dress. Now, actually, I went ahead and cut off one of the arms. Yeah, so it was a shirt. So this was one of the arms of the shirt, and I'm going to be using that. So I'm just going to cut it right up the back. It has a beautiful linen fabric and then this pretty, pretty lace all on it. And I thought this would be perfect for an angel dress. So we're just gonna put that over the top. I'm gonna let it hang over the edge a little bit so that the little ruffle hangs and kind of moves. If I put it up high, then it would just kind of, you could do that so that this cloth shows under it, but I like it kind of hanging. So I'm just gonna make it a little long, not too long, but a little bit. And let's see here. I want this design right here in the front to kind of go in the V. So I'm just going to put a little bit around this bottom. Kind of hold it in place there. And I really like using a spatula like this or the face mask sponge or applicator, because you're going to get burned with lace because it's not a full fabric. So all the little holes, it's easy to get burned. Now you can make this a big flowy dress so that it comes out if you want as well. Or you can make it kind of fit tightly, whatever. So I'm just gonna glue right up the back, and it's gonna cover that open area that I had. Ooh, hot. Perfect. So I just, where I cut it on the seam, I just glued it right back on the seam. And then let's see what we're going to do with the front here. Okay. So I feel like, so this is the material. I feel like I kind of like folding that down and keeping that lace look there. So I think I might just fold that down a little bit. I'm going to bring this, oh, dang it. Let's see. Got something on her hair. All right. Got wax on my finger. All right, let's see how I want to do this. I still want some of this plain white to show. So I think that kind of looks pretty. Okay, let's trim some of this down. Goodness. All right. I'm just going to kind of put some glue here underneath there. Okay. I'm not really sure how I want to do this. I'm thinking, my mind is thinking one thing, and let's see. Kind of have an idea of what I want, but I don't know if I have the right materials here. So let me see. First of all, I need to glue it down here in the back, it looks like. I'm not going to go across the arms with this because I just feel like there's something here that I want to use, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. So I'm just going to kind of cover the bodice here. And yeah, Judy, I'm not a sewer. I can sew, but I don't enjoy it, and it takes up way too much of my time, so I don't. Okay, so here's the front of her dress. Now, I'm going to add so much to it, so don't even worry. There is a piece of lace that I was looking for. Let's see. I think this might be the one. Let's see if this is kind of the look that I want. Yeah, I think we'll do this. All right, so I'm going to do across the front and the back. That way I can cover up this back part here. Almost looks like a little shawl or something across her back, and it finishes off that back piece. Okay. Whew, hot. Now, with my projects, I know they always start out looking kind of funky, and people are like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. I really think that this is going to be pretty when we're done. It always works out in the end. Okay. The thing I like about this lace is it's got that cute scallop there at the bottom. So I think that that'll work. And another thing, if you have like an angel that doesn't have wings that you like or something like that, you could always make some really pretty wings. You could actually use the arms, like the cuff of something, to make your own wings. So let's just glue that together. So I like that look right there. Now we're just going to trim this down so that you can see her cute little hands. And of course, I'm going to save all my scraps. So now you can see her little hand on this side. We're going to do the other side. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and just glue this bottom piece just right at the wrist of her, and kind of leave the rest of it open so it's not all tight. So just the corner here of her sleeve. And this kind of leaves it like a little floppy and open. Okay, so now let's find her wings. And here is a heart that, remember when we were making, let me move this up a little bit, the hats, I showed you how to glue all your scraps on a piece of fabric and then you can use it. So I just put it in half and then cut out the shape of a heart. So I have this little heart with all the different little scraps on it. And I thought that would be kind of cute maybe to add to the front of her dress. So we'll see about that in a minute, but I do want to get her wings on. So this has a little screw that's screwed into her back. So let's see if I can get that screwed back on. Now I loved that her wings didn't really need any painting or anything. They already came white. Sometimes they'll be really glittery and you may need to paint over the top. Remember, glitter paints very nicely. So if you have to paint over the glitter, that's just fine. I added some glue there and I'm just going to screw this in. Okay. And I'm going to add some glue right under here. Make sure it's nice and glued nicely. Okay. So let's hold that together. Now guys, just stay with me. I know it looks kind of weird with the ribbon across her arms, but we're gonna fix that. So that's the fun thing about crafting is it's such a fun process to watch it come to life. So I'm gonna cut these corners kind of at an angle to give it more of a sleeve look. What I'm holding. So I'm just trimming those sleeves down a little bit. Okay. And that's going to be kind of covered with some other stuff that we're going to do. So, okay. So I want to make sure her wings are on really nice. It did not screw in as well as it was in there before, but that's right. We'll just glue it on. But I do have to make sure the glue is nice and hardened. So I'll just say hi to people and answer questions for just a minute while this is drying. Hey, Shelly, nice to see you. And Nikki. Hey, Jeannie, Martin, nice to see you. We found bags, but just had pine cones and elves. Dang it. Well, you know, for $5, I figured if I would have, for my Michael's grab bags, that's what she's talking about. Yeah, she said she got pine cones and elves. So I got a lot of elves and a lot of pine cones too, which, you know, we can always use pine cones for crafting. And the elves, I think, are going to be so perfect, like for an elf tree or something. But I'm going to donate mine to either the police or the homeless shelter that we have here. So I'm also a pageant director for a little kids pageant director for our county. And we do like service projects and we take stuff to the homeless shelter and stuff sometimes. And I think that that will be a perfect thing for the girls this next year, is to take some baskets and stuff for the kids, for either the police or the homeless shelter or something like that, hospital, whatever. Oh, and I added everything up for my Michael's bags. I got $890 worth of stuff for $25. So that was fun. That was really fun. Okay, I think these wings, I'm going to do a cold shot on my glue to kind of speed it along. So if your hair dryer doesn't have a cold shot on it, get one because it is wonderful for crafting. It dries glue quicker. It also dries your metallic paint and your wax, where the heat will kind of melt it. So, all right, looks like those are on pretty good. Okay, so now I've got this ribbon. I think I showed it to a lot of you. I got it at Joann's, and it's so beautiful. It's tulle, and it has sparkles in it, and it has these pearls on it. I thought that may be really pretty on her. I'm not sure how I'm going to put it on, but I may use that on her. But what I thought would be fun to do to give her that shabby chic look, and to maybe like if you're going to use it as a tree topper, when I do my Christmas trees or any of my trees, I always have like a big arrangement at the top of my tree. So a lot of times I'll take like greens and stuff like that and do like a floral arrangement almost at the top of my tree. So I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun to use some greens and stuff and kind of, oh boy, this is not going to be good if I can't find my wire cutters. Let's see. Come on, let's see. Sorry, guys. I think there may be some on this. Okay. So I thought maybe it would be fun to kind of, oh, that's going to work. There we go. To have some floral coming out of her wings in the back. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. And I'm still going to decorate her a little bit more, but I want to add my greens first. So I'm just going to kind of start gluing between her wings and her body. Just like you would almost a floral arrangement. And I'm actually going to use multiple different kinds of greens. I like to use different textures. And there we go. And I don't want to cover up her wings all the way, but I mean, we can tell it's an angel, so I definitely want to add some green to it. And that even, you know, it keeps the neutral look when you're adding just greens. You can add flowers, you could add colored flowers if you like. So, let's see, I need to add a little bit more. These are not wire cutters, but they will work. Okay. Now I'm not done. I'm just showing you how I'm adding this. So I'm just adding some greens in there. And now I'm going to go in with a different texture of greens. Okay. So I've got these, or I think they're from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to start adding them. They're a little bit fluffier. This is more kind of a straight and pokey out type of green. And now we're going to add some little fluffier in there. So this is going to almost look like a wing. And if you don't have wings, or you have wings that you don't like, you could actually make wings with your greenery. That could be just your wings. You don't even have to have white wings. So just think outside the box and think, what could, I mean, you could use so many different things for wings. It doesn't have to be real wings, or, you know, not real wings, but plastic wings. You can use anything. You could use ribbon. You could, really anything. So we're adding to it. So we have the fluffier greens. We have the pokier greens. I'm going to add just a little bit more of these fluffier ones. And the greens at Walmart, they have great greens at the Dollar Tree as well. Sometimes some of them I like and some of them I'm not real fond of, but usually in the spring they have really good ones. But Walmart also has great prices on their greens. They're usually like 97 cents or $2, just really affordable as well. So if you don't have a Dollar Tree and you have a Walmart, you can look there, or vice versa. Now see, with these, I need them to stick down real well, and so using this little spatula is perfect. Okay, so we're getting some more in there. Now, I found these, I think I showed these to you last night at Walmart. They were 97 cents a bushel, and they're so pretty. They have these little white flowers on it, and I thought that would be really pretty to put with our angel. So, just gonna start adding some glue and sticking these little white flowers. Now, if you can't find these flowers, they have at the Dollar Tree and Walmart, they have like a baby's breath that would be really pretty as well. So I just think just a little bit of the white flowers just kind of, you know, breaks up the greens, but it's not adding too much if you like the neutral look, where it takes your eye off of the beauty of the angel. Just as soft and angelic looking to me. So, okay, so I'm just adding some little white flowers in there. And continue to do that, a few more pieces. Okay. All right, I'm running out of glue, so I gotta put a dab of glue on my glue rope, stick it in my glue gun. It sticks to the piece in front of it so it doesn't fall out. And then I have this long rope. $1.97, guys, at Walmart for the glue rope. And you can get it on Amazon as well, but it's $6 on sale on Amazon. So if you have a Walmart, I say get it at Walmart. Same with the paints that I use. I get them at Walmart, but you also can get them at Amazon. But I do believe they may be a little cheaper at Walmart. It's the Waverly brand chalk paint and the Waverly antiquing wax, and also folk art paint, which I will be adding. I think I'll do a list of my top paints that I use the very most, and also my top must-haves from the Dollar Tree, like Foamboard and you know, Jenga or tumbling tower blocks, like just the bare bones of stuff that we can create things with, because you can always buy anything at the Dollar Tree, but there's certain things that I always like to have on hand, because I pretty much can create just about anything with foam board. So I always like to have that. Okay, so look how pretty that is looking. Okay, now I can still see her wings, so I don't feel like it's taken up too much. So I feel like that's a good amount of greenery. Now, if you wanted to put this on the top of your tree, you could have big stuff coming out, whatever. But for me, this is good. In real life, you can see the wings. I'm going to add my little fairy lights so that the wings will kind of light up, so it'll be pretty. All right, now I'm going to finish off her little outfit. I'm thinking I might want to put this little heart right here in the front, which I think is what I'm going to do. Kind of rounds out the neckline of that angel dress. And then, of course, I'm going to want to add some ribbon and some ripped, what do you call it? Drop cloth. I love that. Here's some ribbon. Here's some neutral, kind of a brownish tan, just scraps of stuff. I'm just kind of looking for scraps. So, and I also want to add some pearls. So here are some little pearls. One thing I was going to do is add some pearls down the back of her dress, except I think I don't need to, because I don't think you'll be able to see them that well. So I'm just going to randomly add some of these little pearls on her dress. kind of in the middle of some of the circles or the design of the lace. Let's see here. Okay. So adding some pearls there, and then where was that beautiful fabric? Let's see. Let's see what I want to do with this. I don't know. I may not use that. Let's see, maybe a little sash belt or something. I don't know. Let's check and see what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to use some of this lace and drop cloth that I've ripped, and let's see what other lace I want to use. And let's see what other ones I have. Oh, here's a darker one. And little bits and pieces here. Okay, so these are smaller, and I don't know that they will. So what I'm going to do is just add a little, make a little bow here with this one, and then just a shoelace bow. And then I can take these and add it behind. So I'm just going to take some glue. If I don't have enough to make a bow with, then I'll just take the scraps and glue them on the back of the bow. That way it looks like nice long pieces, and I don't have to waste the lace on making the bow part, because it does take more of your ribbon. All right, so there's a little shabby chic type of little thing. I've got this tulle here with the pretty pearls and stuff on it. I'm just going to tie that so it hangs down, and then I'm going to glue this bow that I made right here over the top. Dress there, and then I'm going to add some pearls in the middle. So let me see, I've got big pearls from the Dollar Tree, and I've got the small ones. I think I'm going to go with the small. And I always like to put 3 of them. Oops. So 1. Let's see. Let's see, my glue gun. What is wrong with it? Huh, that's weird. Must have come unplugged. 2. 3. And then I'm going to take a little cream colored one that's a different color, like a brown pearl, and I'm actually going to put that one right in the center of it. So there's her little bow. Now, I have these feathers that I think could be really pretty in it as well. You could actually, I'm not going to glue them in, but I just want to show you. You could actually add a couple little feathers into your greenery to give it that really angelic, fluffy look. Kind of like the feathers are part of the wings. Okay, if you wanted to do that, you absolutely, let's see. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okay. So you absolutely could add some cute little feathers as well if you wanted to. It's your angel, you can do whatever you want. So anyway, I think I'm gonna do something around her neck. Maybe like a little pearl necklace or something, or I'm not really sure. You can also make a little halo with some wire, and then when you're adding your fairy lights, you could wrap the fairy lights around the wire. They have some wire that's like different colors, like gold, silver, purple. It's a thick wire over by at the Dollar Tree, over by the ribbons and stuff at our Dollar Tree, and this would be perfect. I might have some actually. Let me check real quick and see if I have some so I can show you. What it looks like. Oh, yes, I do. Right here. Okay. So this is the wire that I'm talking about. Okay. So it's really easy to work with. So you could actually make a halo, wrap it around something that's going to give you a real nice round shape. You could paint it, but I actually like this gold. And you could make a halo if you want. It would be much nicer than this. I'm just kind of doing it quickly to show you. And then wrap your little fairy lights around it, so when you turn it on, her wings and her halo glow. I think that would be so pretty. You can even put the fairy lights under the dress so that when you turn it on, the whole dress glows. I don't know. I'm going to do something with the arms of this little dress. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may add like a little fringe or something. So be looking for that when I do the pictures. Let's see what a little fringe might look. No, I don't know. I just am not loving these arms. So not sure yet what I'm going to do with them. Anyway, I hope that you like this. I think that she turned out beautiful. I think it would be absolutely beautiful for year-round decor, and of course Valentine's with, you know, angels and cherubs and that kind of stuff, or just to have a beautiful angel in your house, sitting on your fireplace mantle, bedroom, or in a wreath. She would look absolutely beautiful in a wreath with some flowers, some white flowers, a big green wreath with some white flowers. I think would absolutely look gorgeous. So I'll see what I have and maybe put her in a wreath and kind of show you what that looks like in the still photos. But thank you for joining me tonight. Let's see, Tamara found bags. Just had pine cones. Oh yeah, I read that. Okay, so just looking to see if there's any questions that I could answer right now. So the angel, I had a bright red dress on. She got angel, yes. Okay, so yes, and I love tulle. They also have just plain white tulle in the wedding section at the Dollar Tree. And so that would be really beautiful too. You could actually just make a beautiful tulle dress. The tulle could actually hang out at the bottom. You could make your dress a lot bigger than I did so that it's full and just had tons of tulle on it. It would just be so angelic looking. I think that would absolutely be gorgeous. Another thing that you can do with the plain white tulle is add on top of the lace, because you can see through it. So you would have this as your underneath skirt, but you could add tulle all the way around it to make it fluffy and flowy, and you'd still be able to see all the beautiful detail of the lace. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back. Oh dear, is today Thursday? Okay, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, and we will be doing another fun DIY. And I will post pictures of the angel as soon as I finish her up and decide what I'm going to do with the rest of her arms. And anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.